The habit of thousand-year mistake has a criticism between how they're practiced and what they are. It's all a matter of dispute. But going out of the discourse of Hegel, there are other critiques, as I say, Nietzsche's is one. He focuses on the values that surround Christianity. So I'm going to talk about him a little bit more now, and then in the next lecture I want to talk about a Christian who has a criticism of modern Christianity. So you'll get both sides. You'll get one guy who's sort of, you'll know before I'm through here, thinks Christianity was a mistake. From the standpoint of the species, it was a mistake. He goes, well, not quite, a 2,000-year mistake. It was more than that. It was a little bit more catastrophic. Nietzsche thinks that among the other ill effects of Christianity, one of them is very banal. It's the habit of bad reading. He explains how many of us are raised in churches where when we bother to read, now this won't hold for many of our Jewish friends or people who believe other religions, but in the Christian tradition, we're taught to read the Old Testament, where every stick of wood, every stone, every snake, every bird, every bat is a sign of Jesus. And Nietzsche points out that this inculcates in us habits of bad reading. It does. And if you think about it, he says, well, now, in that book there, and then the preacher reads some just unintelligible piece of the Old Testament. The locusts have no king, they fly with thee. And that means Jesus is coming. And you go, no. Nietzsche says this makes you not read well. Being brought up this way tends to make you not read well. It's worse than that, however. And that's the way Christianity presents itself is as a doctrine of love and compassion. Certainly that has something to do with its appeal to our national character. And that's good, to a doctrine of love and compassion. Nietzsche's concern in this book, The Genealogy of Morals, is to show that what's beneath that mask of love and compassion is really a doctrine of resentment and hatred. And I think I can make that come alive for you with some pretty banal examples. One would be Jerry Falwell, who discusses homosexuals. He loves them. How many people believe he really loves them? See, I don't. I think he hates them. His way of hating them is to love them. That's the trick Nietzsche was after. The trick about how resentment, envy, and hatred can be masked with these words, love and compassion. It's an important argument today because I think we've become a suspicious culture. Nietzsche's been called one of the masters of suspicion. Paul Ricoeur, the philosopher, called him a master of suspicion. Ricoeur is a Christian as well. He just thinks that reading these books is the mediation through which any modern kind of faith would have to pass. You'd have to read them, understand them before you'd know what you meant by having faith. In any case, Nietzsche sees this dynamic of resentment and envy as being, as it were, the unspoken or the code, beneath the code of Christianity. And so for the first time in the course, I'm going to pull out a section of a book that I won't